What's up, guys? So we're back again with some more BlindBoy. So he was on the Late Late Show talking about how he is on the autism spectrum. Now, I believe he says, before I heard him talk about it, that it actually helps him in his life. So this should be interesting, guys. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys all think. BlindBoy. We're going to react to another BlindBoy segment after this, guys. So
recently you discovered you were on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
And that was due to the listeners of the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm wearing a bag in my head for 15 years, so it's like, I'm on the autistic spectrum. I don't know what word to use. Sometimes I prefer saying neurodivergent, but I was diagnosed with autism, and it was because the listeners of my podcast were listening every week, and autistic people were saying, "You sound pretty autistic, man. You might want to check that out." So I went and got it checked out.
Would that not sound like the biggest insult for some guy to say you sound autistic? Does that not sound like the biggest insult ever, guys? I feel like that would be like pretty insulting. I wouldn't care because it's just people talking, but it sounds like pretty insulting to me.
And according to this person, it's like they diagnosed me. Yes, you're autistic. It's a strange thing to talk about.
Yeah. So also, you guys gotta understand, man. There's a lot of overdiagnosis. Like, he seems perfectly fine. You know, I tell a lot of my clients, you don't have this, you're perfectly fine. Okay, your mental health is strong. You're good to go. You don't have any of this nonsense. Stop believing in all this stuff that they tell you, okay? And don't take drugs, especially.
Because it's not like you don't open up about autism. It's a new word for how I've been my whole life. And to be honest, I fucking love it. It's wonderful crack inside my head, you know. I really have a tremendous time inside my own head.
And why is it great crack?
What I find, and I can't speak for other autistic people, but for me personally, it's about the environment that you're in. So, like, I had a very bad time in school. I failed my leaving cert, you know, and now my job is to write books. I'm a thriving person. My job, like, if I was to
like he says he writes books, and I think that he had like a bestseller. It sounds pretty not autistic to me, guys, that he has a best-selling book. So maybe he just is a slow learner or something like that. You know, it's not like that he has to be 100% like, you know, cast away now that he's autistic or something. It seems like that's, you know, when people say you're autistic, it's like almost like an insult type of thing.
Describe what it's like to be autistic. It's like the curiosity that I was born with never left me. I still have childhood curiosity, and I love it. It's great crack. However, like, I once had a job in a call centre years ago. I got fired after 2 weeks because I printed out 93 pages about CIA crack cocaine smuggling. That's why I got fired, because it's like, I need to learn everything and anything about this. And they're like, you have a job here, buddy. You're working in a call centre. We're thinking of promoting you to the fraud department. Do you know?
That's really funny. CIA crack cocaine smuggling. That's legendary.
What I mean, so it's about the environment that I'm in, but I'm thriving because the environment that I'm in is, I pursue creativity all the time, and I adore it and love it, and I wouldn't change it for a second. But if you throw me into a job whereby I have to be social quite frequently, like I'm sitting here with you now and I'm having crack, one of the most frightening things in the world to me would be to be thrown into a room full of strangers and to have loads and loads of small talk. Well, that's grand. There's a boundary. But, like, it's not that I can't do it. It's that it's kind of exhausting for me, you know. And then later on that day, I'd walk the Duns with one shoe, you know. It removes my capacity to... Executive functioning, it's called. The capacity to organise and think critically and stuff like that. So
he has lack of critical thinking. That's not good. Did he just say lack of critical thinking?
It removes my capacity to... Executive functioning, it's called. The capacity to organise and think critically and stuff like that. So I like one-on-one conversations, and I'm talking too much. I talk too much.
No, you're not. I mean, this is the whole idea. You know, people want to hear you, which is amazing. I mean, the brilliant thing about this is that when you're talking about that and how your brain works, all of this makes sense. So all of what you do brilliantly makes sense. The podcast, which can jump from 20,000 different things and do a deep dive and just really get in there in a way that nobody else can, makes sense.
100%.
And, you know, for us and for, you know, all of your fans, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I know a lot of people, are shy, stuff like that. It looked like he couldn't really look him in the eye. Maybe he was a bit embarrassed. I don't think you're autistic because you're a little bit shy, or whatever. You're not making eye contact. You understand? So maybe it's like a certain situation where he just feels like he's better talking on his podcast, which he probably is. I think that his podcast, I have to listen to his podcast. A lot of my friends are saying, Chris, you have to go listen to his podcast. It's really, really good. Please go listen to it. So I will be listening to it soon. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. I love you guys all. And yeah, bruh, BlindBoy. I'm going to react to BlindBoy Boat Club on cannabis used in Ireland, guys. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.